We are live with Lunch Break Live. Let's get cooking, Roni.
Hey, okay, we're gonna make parsley-walnut pesto and create two dishes with that: a salad and a live raw kale salad with pesto. And I was going to make a parsley walnut pesto, and the beauty of this recipe is that you can substitute any green. I did not have parsley, so we're making a cilantro walnut pesto, which is equally delicious. And I'm just going to cut up a large bunch of pre-washed cilantro and put it right into the food processor. And I'm just going to turn on the stove, and get the potatoes cooking. And all right, and then we've got the cilantro, 3 cups of walnuts with the large bunch of greens, and 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice, which gives it a bright, nice flavor, and a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper. If you don't like black pepper, you can absolutely leave it out. And what else? Okay, so this can be a low oil pesto, or it can be a yummy full flavored pesto. I like to put in the olive oil, and you always use a really good cold pressed organic virgin olive oil is best. And I'm gonna put in about, where's my measuring cup? About a quarter of a cup of olive oil, and we're going to drizzle that in. I'm also going to put in a little bit of water. We'll use half of that. This is about a cup. I'm going to put in about a half a cup and see, because you can make it nice and thick or you can make it thin depending on what you're serving it. How you're serving it. And I'm going to pulse it a little bit and give it a go. Kind of breaks up. You can stop whenever you like the look of it. Some people like chunky pesto. Depending on how I'm using it, sometimes I like to get it really smooth. So this is looking kind of nice and chunky. And I'm going to start drizzling in. Actually, I might want to, I forgot my spatula. So I'm going to just bring down the sides a little bit and pulse again and drizzle in the olive oil, which kind of emulsifies it. And here we go. Okay. And I'm going to make it a little thinner because I like my pesto a little thinner, depending on if you're going to spread it on like a little piece of toast. It's nice to have it nice and thick and chunky. For the kale salad, make it a little thinner. And that looks yummy. And it's still a little chunky, but it's got like substance, and it kind of is nice and thick. Again, you can add in more oil or more water depending on how you'd like to use the pesto. Okay, so real quick, we're going to make a kale salad, and we started a little late because of technical difficulties, so I don't think the potatoes are going to be done in time, but I will tell you how to make that dish quickly. The ribs of kale are a little firm for raw kale salad, so I remove them. I remove them from the stem very easily. And you keep these babies because the dogs love them. I love them. They're really high in fiber, and you can chop them up, steam them, add a little oil and salt. You can roast them. They're wonderful and super delicious, but not quite in kale salad. They're a little too tough. So I'm just adding some kale into a little water, and then going to drain that quickly in the sink.
And welcome everybody to Lunch Break Live. That's right, you got it. We are here live, coming to you from New York City. This is Paige Parsons, host of the hour with delicious, amazing, healthy gourmet to go. We're going to hear more about that. Back to you, Roni.
Yeah, so I just drained the kale, and this is this little baby changed my life. It's a salad spinner, and I make raw kale salad with it all the time. So I used it as a bowl to begin with. Then it's a strainer, and it takes about no time at all to dry your lettuce leaves or kale leaves, and then some of them have like a little break button on them. And it's just, I don't know about you, but many decades ago, in the 60s, my mother used to hang lettuce leaves all over the kitchen to dry her lettuce. We didn't do kale salad back then, but anyway, so I swore off washing my lettuce when I was a younger adult. And it turns out that as a vegan, it's kind of good to eat food that is organic and kind of not washed, because you get good B vitamins in some good dirt. So anyway, not that I'm advocating eating.
I love that. Healthy dirt. That's right.
Full of B vitamins. So what I like to do is pre-season my kale salad and give it a little, it's kind of just dry and fluffy at this point. And I just sprinkle in a little olive oil and cold pressed organic vegan, it's all vegan, but cold pressed organic and raw olive oil. But I also like to do, if I have guests over, which there are some guests here, so get yourself a trusty food glove if you'd like to massage the kale and help kind of soften it. This one won't take long because it's kind of tender, but sometimes kale is very tough and it just needs either more massaging, or you can, these are kind of nice big bite-sized pieces, but you can also chiffonade the kale, like just chop it up into teeny little strips, and then you won't really need to massage it if you don't like to get down and dirty with your food. But I love massaging kale, and at the shop we have like vats of it, and we've got two hands, and it's a little meditative. Anyway, so if you can see, the kale is already broken down. It's as if it's cooked, but you didn't kill any of the enzymes because it's raw, which is pretty cool. And it becomes way more digestible with this kind of dressing. And so here's the pesto. And I'm gonna just mix some in. And this makes about 3 cups of pesto. You can now, absolutely, yeah.
I just wanted to say, could we bring a spoonful up close of the pesto? Because I think this is very unique and very chunky, like you said.
Very chunky.
Ooh, yeah. And yeah. Can you repeat what is in there one more time for our new viewers just joining us? So,
we were going to be making parsley-walnut pesto, but I only had cilantro, and that was kind of a great fortuitous situation because it allowed me to just show you how versatile this recipe is, and you can use any fresh herb. If you've got a garden, you could use sage, basil, parsley. I used cilantro. So this is cilantro, sorry, tongue twister. Cilantro walnut pesto with lemon juice and nutritional yeast, which kind of gives it that cheesy flavor that most people think they cannot create a vegan pesto because they need cheese. And, I always say, if I knew then, like 30 plus years ago, if I knew then what I know now, dairy would have been the first, not the last thing I'd given up on my way to being a vegan. So I like to put a little dollop on top. And then I love, we eat with our eyes. So if you could see this, we eat with our eyes. So it's always nice to garnish food with different colors. And it's, of course, good to eat all different colored foods to get maximum number of nutrients. So there you go. That was like a 5-minute kale salad. And it's full of protein. Nutritional yeast is a complete protein, and between the nuts and the greens, this is totally an amazingly complete meal that is filling. And I do hear the potatoes boiling in the back, but
yes, this is super easy recipe. And I love that you have been in the food space for all these years, 30 plus years. And now you have this gorgeous Healthy Gourmet To Go. Well, it's been around since 2014, y'all. If you're on the East Coast, you definitely want to head over to Healthy Gourmet To Go. That salad looks exquisite, green, eat the rainbow. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty yummy. We've been, I started Healthy Gourmet To Go almost 30 years ago to get busy people to stop eating animals and make it easy for them. So yeah, I love making faux dishes. I mean, veganism is, thank God, thanks for all the educating you do. It's so easy to be vegan now. There's no reason not to. Pesto, who needs cheese? Nutritional yeast and a nut, an herb. You can throw garlic in, I forgot to say, but this was a garlic-free recipe. And I don't know how many more minutes we've got, but the
keep going. Let's eat the potato salad. I love that. I think everyone is so enjoying this. Now, Tom would like to know a couple of questions while you're working with that. He wants to know, are those gloves disposable, or do you reuse them, and where can we get them? So
you can reuse them. You just give them a wash. I get food grade safe gloves. Sometimes we order them through a distributor, but sometimes you can get them at Sam's Club. Not promoting Sam's Club, but food supply stores. There's one like a culinary warehouse near us in Kingston, and they're kind of everywhere. And it'll say on the box if it's food safe. And we don't use plastic at Healthy Gourmet To Go, but for the gloves, we do, but we don't put them in hot food, which is where you should not use plastic.
Good tip. Do you also ever add any berries to your salad? Do you ever add any cranberries or anything else?
Oh, sure. Like to the kale salad?
Yes.
No, but that's interesting. I think for the summer we might. Thank you for that inspiration. No. I was going to do, how much time do we have? I was going to do a fun little thing.
Go for it. We've got some more time here. And I just want to tell everybody, please download the Unchained TV app on your phone, on your devices. You will be able to grab it and watch all of our incredible recipes and more. Plus, head over to the website where we have recipes, this one and more. So you can go to the website for Unchained TV, or head on over to the app store and grab it. What are we doing now? Take it away, Roni.
Yes, so I love pickled food. They're so good digestively for you. And I just had a red onion laying around. And at the shop, we just started pickling. If you have a mandolin, it's kind of like one of those, it's like a slanty board, and you can kind of almost make very thin shavings of food. It'll just pickle quicker. Like I made like maybe an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch slice of the red onion. I'm just making very thin slices, and just kind of any shape that you want. They can be little dice. So I'm just going to make a little bit of half moons, and just put a sprinkle of apple cider vinegar, a little dash of olive oil, and a little bit of salt, and maybe a little bit. And the salt kind of helps the onions break down. And so I did take my glove off. I'm going to wash it because I'm going to reuse it, like your viewer asked. Yes, they can be reused. And then again, like I did with the kale, you just massage the onions. And this is like super quick pickling. This is pickling in a pinch. And it makes such a yummy garnish. It's great on everything. And I particularly love it on the kale salad. So I'm just going to throw, and it breaks down like the kale does when you massage. I'm just going to put a little bit on the kale salad. Ta-da! And then we've got the kale salad with even more garnish and nutrients and color. Okay. So one more dish. I'm gonna get my strainer.
If you're just joining us, we are live from Hudson Valley, New York. Healthy Gourmet To Go makes it easy and economical to switch to healthy, cruelty-free, and environmentally friendly eating. Also, you want to check out Roni's cookbook that's in the works. And she also has online cooking classes. For more, you can head on over to you can go to email at info@healthygourmet-to-go.com or just head over to healthygourmet-to-go.com, which is in the chat here. And we are now using this pesto, I guess, right, into the potato salad. This is so unique. Take it away.
And so fortuitous again, I didn't have another bowl handy, and I had some of the pickled onion in the bowl, and I just tossed the potatoes in with the pickled onion. So they're now like, oh my gosh, yummy. And I'm just going to take more of the pesto. And did I say this before, that if you overcook your potatoes, you know, best laid plans, like, oh, well, overcooked your potatoes, you can just smash them and have yummy, delicious smashed potatoes and put a dollop of the pesto on top. And it's just, you know, I just love like just creating in the kitchen and kind of not being very rigid about it and kind of going with the flow. And if I kind of mess something up, sometimes it becomes my new favorite dish. So it's kind of a lesson in life, you know, if something doesn't go the way you thought it should, sometimes it turns out to be really okay. All right, so here's some potato salad. It's delicious warm, and it does a lot of yummy things for a picnic if you want to chill it. I'm just going to put some chives on, maybe a little dollop of the pesto on top. Yeah, it's a little brown, but you can add more color. You know, again, I'm going to sprinkle a little carrot on there for color. Yay. And
wow,
potato salad and pesto kale.
Oh
you can use this pesto like all week long. You could put it on brown rice, on beans, on pasta. It's really good on pasta. So basically everything I used with the pesto, I kind of seasoned with a little olive oil and salt beforehand to just kind of pre-season it and then use the pesto. And that's it.
Oh my goodness, Roni, I can't thank you enough. This was exquisite, delicious, and unforgettable. If you don't mind, on the way out, can we hold the dishes up so we can leave with these beauties? Everybody go on over to Healthy Gourmet To Go, and you are going to be just pleasantly surprised by all the delights over there. Thank you, Roni, and your crew over there.
This was
you
really
all are amazing.